What's up guys, today I will telling about Washington quarter dollar coin e pluribus unum 1965. Welcome back coin collectors and curious minds. Today, we're diving into the rich history and hidden value of a true American classic, the 1965 Washington quarter dollar, featuring the iconic motto, e pluribus unum. Could this seemingly ordinary coin be worth more than 25 cents? Maybe even hundreds or thousands? Let's find out. At first glance, the 1965 Washington quarter might seem like just another quarter. But what makes it special isn't just its age, it's the story it tells, the metal it's made from, and the role it played in one of the most significant changes in American coinage. A nation in transition. The year 1965 was a turning point in U.S. numismatic history. That year, the U.S. Mint made a major decision to remove silver from quarters and dimes. Before 1965, Washington quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. But due to the rising cost of silver and a growing coin shortage, the government introduced a new composition, a copper-nickel-clad coin, layers of copper sandwiched between outer layers of nickel. This change not only affected the physical properties of the coin, but it also marked the beginning of a new era in U.S. coinage. The 1965 quarter was the first of its kind. No silver, just a practical mix of cheaper metals. Side-by-side comparison of a silver quarter and a clad quarter. The design, a tribute to George Washington. The obverse or front side of the coin features a proud bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan back in 1932 to commemorate Washington's 200th birthday. Above Washington's head, you'll see the word Liberty, and just below his chin, the motto In God We Trust. At the very bottom is the date, 1965. Flip the coin to the reverse, and you'll see a majestic bald eagle, wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness for war. Beneath the eagle are two olive branches representing peace. Above the eagle you'll find the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, a powerful message of unity that appeared on American coins since 1795. Zoom in on e pluribus unum and the eagle. Why the 1965 quarter matters. Millions of these quarters were minted. In fact, over 1.8 billion were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1965 alone. That's right. No mint marks were used in 1965 as a deterrent to coin hoarding. Because of this massive production run, most 1965 quarters are still only worth face value. But there's a twist. Some rare errors and varieties have pushed the value of specific 1965 quarters into the hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Let's break it down. Valuable errors and varieties. The silver era quarter. Yes, you heard that right. Despite the switch to clad metal in 1965, a few silver planchets, left over from 1964, accidentally got struck with the 1965 date. These 1965 quarters struck on silver planchets are incredibly rare and valuable. How can you tell? Weigh your coin. A silver quarter weighs 6.25 grams. A clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If your 1965 quarter weighs closer to 6.25 grams and has no visible copper on the edge, you might have hit the jackpot. Auction prices for a 1965 silver era coin have reached over $7,000. Double die errors. Another thing to look for is doubling, especially on the lettering or numbers. Double die errors can occur during the minting process and may show up in words like Liberty or the date 1965. These can sell for $100 to $500 or more, depending on the clarity and location of the doubling. Off-center strikes and misalignments. Quarters that were struck off-center or with misaligned dies can also carry premium value. Collectors love rare minting mistakes. Depending on the severity and visibility of the error, values range from $50 to several $100s. How to identify a valuable 1965 quarter? Want to check your change for hidden treasure? Here's what to do. Examine the coin's edge. If there's no copper ring, and it looks all silver, weigh it. use a digital scale. If it's 6.25 grams, you might have a silver error. Step 3. Look for doubling under magnification. Search for off-center designs, clipped planchets or missing elements. Pro tip: use a jeweler's loupe or a microscope for a detailed view. Grading and condition. As with all coins, condition matters. Collectors use a grading scale from poor P1 to mint state MS70. Uncirculated 1965 quarters in mint state, 65 or higher, can fetch $10 to $50, even without errors. Coins with errors in high grade? Those are the real stars of the show. A certified error coin in pristine condition can multiply its value many times over. Coin grading chart and side-by-side examples of worn versus mint coins. Should you get it appraised? If you believe your 1965 quarter is rare, especially if it's silver or has a visible mint error, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCG's Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. They will authenticate and grade your coin, giving you a clear idea of its true market value. Conclusion: more than just spare change. The 1965 Washington quarter dollar is more than just a piece of change. It's a symbol of transition, of unity under e pluribus unum, and sometimes a hidden treasure. Most are worth 25 cents, but a rare few can be worth hundreds or thousands. So next time you're digging through your coins, don't overlook the 1965 quarter, especially one without a copper edge. Who knows?